Alright, 9 varieties of off-brand Pop-Tarts and the standard bearer. The cheapest unit is Maro Frosted Chocolate Toaster Pastries from IGA at $1.29. The cheapest dollar per ounce is a three-way tie between Aldi, Walmart, and Save-A-Lot. But which one tastes the best? Do the generics even hold a candle to the name brand? Let's find out. Up first, Kellogg's Frosted Chocolate Fudge Pop-Tarts. These cost $2.33 for the box. The box is 14.7 ounces. That makes a cost of 16 cents per ounce. These can be bought at any store pretty much in these United States. Well, I know you mentioned in a couple Halloween videos ago that Pop-Tarts aren't really your thing. Well, sorry.
Yeah, we've got, almost 12, I think, different varieties to try. And let's just jump in right with the official, the name brand. Just like Band-Aid, everything, Bobby calls Band-Aids Band-Aids. Well, there's really only one Band-Aid. Same thing with Kleenex. That's a whole other... But yeah, these are, Pop-Tarts, Kellogg's.
Alright, so this is the standard bearer. Here you go, sir. Perhaps we should have gotten napkins or something so we don't make a mess on this nice table.
We've got, the chocolate with chocolate on top, the little white sprinkles. Frosted chocolate fudge, man.
Now, just to show how picky I am about my Pop-Tarts, I have to eat them upside down so I get the frosting on the tongue, so yeah. That tastes like memory.
It tastes kind of dry, a little cardboardy for me. I think I'm going to be the more tough critic when it comes to the Pop-Tarts, but then we'll have a little balance there,
For me, Pop-Tarts are something that I ate before school just about every day for the last, let's see, at least before years of high school, most of my college career. I don't like change. Change makes me feel naked.
Well, what I'm looking for as kind of an outsider to the Pop-Tarts experience, I'm looking, flavor, of course, but also texture. I'm also third, and probably most importantly, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of somebody that's going to eat this as they're walking out the door. Therefore, I want something that is easy to eat, that I feel like I could, choke one down, and get my day on. So, I'm sure microwaved or in the oven, these would always be a little bit better. The heat really, brings out the quality of the flavor. I think, though, before, we're going to touch on each one individually, but I think when it comes to the end, we'll really be able to then highlight which ones stand out for us. Are you ready to move on?
Let's move on. Up next, Food Club Toaster Pastries Frosted Chocolate Fudge. This unit costs $1.59. It's 11 ounces, making a total of 14 cents per ounce. This is brought to you from the store Marsh and is distributed by Topco Associates, LLC. Alright, next up we got Food Club. Now, box art-wise, this reminds me of the off-brand that used to be at Evie's, if you remember that place in Hamilton.
Yeah, Evie's, okay.
Yeah, I remember growing up, they had my favorite off-brand Pop-Tart. We'll see.
Yeah, how these do.
Yeah.
Similar to the Kellogg's, but not quite. Instead of it being a uniform color, it's kind of a streaky brown. Some parts are darker than others. The little... I just don't know, the little sprinkle type bits are kind of embedded into it. It doesn't really stick out as well. One other thing I'm going to say, we're shooting this about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We've been out all day working on the show and doing other things, of course, being out with family. Tim worked. But my point of bringing that all up is that I've had, 2 meals for the day, my 2 square meals. I've had, this is just empty man. We're throwing some calories onto the diet today. It's all been skewed, but let's take a big bite out of this sloppy thing. And also, I'm going to cheat, because last time I found out, taking a bite from the edge, you get a little bit more of the dull part. I want to get in there where the action is. So for now on, I'm taking a bite right out of the dead center. Wow. This one, that fudge, these are all fudge flavored, chocolate fudge. The fudge to me was way up on the front here. Before I even put it in my mouth, it hit my nostrils. They're really pushing that fudge. I feel like it's very, it's pretty heavy.
Agreed. Thus far, not too terribly surprising, but I do find the Pop-Tart brand to be a little better than this one.
Yeah.
But I just find this one to be a little drier.
Yeah, I think on a blind taste test, 80, maybe 75-80% of the people just blind are probably going to go with the Kellogg's one. That's just a guess, but I'm willing to say that.
Up next, Great Value Chocolate Fudge Toaster Pastries. It was $1.32 for the unit, 14.6 ounces, making 9 cents per ounce. This is brought to you by Walmart. Alright, let's see how the evil Walmart Corporation does.
The evil empire, Walmart. Driving out the mom and pop shops to give us their cheap goods. And
I would place
I gotta say, dude, I know where you're going. I'm reading your mind.
This probably came off the same assembly line as the last one.
Here's the last one. Here's this one. Identical. Absolutely identical. There's almost stains.
Do we even need to try it?
I mean, we should, I guess, to be completists. We don't want anybody at home, charging us with. But absolutely, those are identical. I mean, I broke that one in half. I'm placing it up with this. I mean, tell me, yeah, they got the spots. I mean, identical.
Yeah.
Wow. We knew we'd probably encounter that at some point, but I'm surprised so early into this.
Yeah.
That's the exact same one we just had.
Okay.
So we know that Food Club and Great Value are exact same. I'm wondering if there's going to be any other ones here that are of this same. That'd be interesting. Let's move on.
I think so.
So we're just going down the list here and kind of checking the nutrition facts, and it looks like they're absolutely the same. The only difference might be the sodium's a little bit higher here, but the also listing per container is a little bit different, so that might play with the math. But yeah, that's two alike. We'll see what's next.
Up next, Morning Delight Frosted Toaster Pastries. It was $1.99 for a unit, 22 ounces in the unit, making 9 cents per ounce. These were purchased at Save-A-Lot and are distributed by Save-A-Lot Food Stores Limited.
Well, Tim has a sharp eye. As he was opening the package, this has 3 different flavors in it, so we were like, Tim, make sure you get the fudge one. He noticed the ones that we just ate, it's the exact same decal. The exact same. Let's open them up, but we're about 90% sure this is the 3rd consecutive one in a row that is identical in every way. Wow. I mean, we totally did not know going into this it was going to be the case, but that's it, man. I can already tell. This is the exact same one we've seen here.
Thus far, it seems to be the moral of the story of just go for the cheapest one because it's the same thing.
Yeah, why not? Why pay 12 cents more at down the road at the other store? I mean, I guess we're forcing ourselves to. It's the same one, but
tastes like a generic Pop-Tart.
That's 3 in a row that are identical. This is.
Up next, Maro Frosted Chocolate Toaster Pastry. It was $1.29 for the unit, 11 ounces in the unit, making 12 cents per ounce. These were purchased at IGA and are distributed by Sara Lee Bakery Group Incorporated. Alright, Maro brand at least has a different label. It's got a crop circle on it. I don't know if you can see that, cameraman.
Yeah, it's hard to discern, but we got, That's what I like to think of in the mornings when I'm eating my breakfast. Alien abduction, first thing that springs to mind.
Yeah. Oh, hey, this is different.
Yeah, I'm actually excited. It's like a kid on Christmas. What you mean different toaster?
Yeah. Okay, this actually reminds me of the ones that Evie's used to make.
Now this one, yeah, it's cool. It's actually kind of layered. It's not just flat. The sprinkles, as I call them, they actually flake off. They're not just embedded. It's a little white and powdery on the bottom half. Just kind of brush it off a little bit.
I'm not sure if that's powdered sugar that just wasn't cooked in or what that is.
Yeah. It's,
I'll also say that the others have a very factory look. This one, like the line, is not completely straight. I mean, not that affects the flavor or any.
It's it's a little harder to break apart too. They're a bit stiff.
Yeah.
You can tell, even looking at the fudge inside, that it's very kind of hard and congealed. It's not a real smooth experience. But
yeah.
At this point, I'm dying to try something different than the last 3. Yeah, so that's almost like a wafer. It's a little bit. I don't know if it's intended to be that way. Yeah, it's got a little kick to it, and it tastes almost more like a candy bar maybe than the other ones. It's definitely different than any one that we've had so far. Different doesn't always mean better though.
No.
I think we're still trying to find one that surpasses the original, and I don't know if this is it.
No, I don't think so either.
And as far as box art goes, this one's probably the least inspired also. It looks like it's right off a shelf from 1986.
Up next, Flavorite Toaster Pastries. It was $1.25 for the unit, 11 ounces in the unit, making 11 cents per ounce. This was purchased at Cub Foods and is distributed by Super Value Incorporated. Alright, Flavorite.
You know, I gotta say, as far as packaging goes, and I mean, it's something to diversify them. They're all at least a little bit unique. This one's probably the funnest. I mean, it's bright colors. It's kind of inviting. You know, besides the picture of the pastry itself, there's a little image there of, you know, some chocolate fudge, and so I'm kind of enticed by that.
It's blank and it has crop circles.
That's
the same sort of thin. It's thinner aluminum foil.
Got some tap on hand that just, you know, cleanse the palate, as they say.
It's the same.
as the
look at it. It's got the same powdery thing at the bottom. With
this is the same as the last one, not the same as the first three.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the Maro and Flavorite are the same ones.
It is. You know, it's not as powdery on the bottom.
Okay.
It's very close. I mean, could it be slightly different?
Maybe a little. Let's see, I don't remember where I put my debris from that one.
I think this is it. Well, no, that's you're right. That's fairly yeah. The grooves on the bottom, the Maro and the Flavorite, they look like they could be. I think they are.
Yeah.
Identical. Let's see if it's as crispy as its fellow compatriot.
Again, this one crunches like the last one.
Yeah. So a very interesting phenomenon. Number one was the Pop-Tart. 2, 3, and 4 were all the same. Now, 5 and 6 are the same. Interesting trend. We've got 3 to go. Let's. I'm still waiting for a hero, man.
Yeah.
To emerge from the chocolatey ashes.
Up next, Meijer Frosted Pastry Treats Chocolate Fudge. This cost $1.79, is 14.7 ounces, making 12 cents per ounce. It was purchased at Meijer and is distributed by Meijer Distribution Incorporated.
Wait a second.
Yeah, this is Meijer from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it has the same box art as the Walmart, the Food Club, the Morning
2
Delight.
through 4. So this is the fourth of what, 6 so far, 7
Yeah.
so far. That is exactly the same.
Yeah. Oh goodness. So here you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
exact same variety.
Oh yeah. It seems like not that long ago we encountered each other.
Yeah, it's. I'm getting deja vu all over again.
Dip it in here like a little French dip. No.
Yep. Tastes like that one. Next. Up next, Milville Toaster Tarts. It's $1.89, 22 ounces, and 9 cents per ounce. This was purchased at Aldi and is distributed by Aldi Incorporated.
Okay, up next, Milville. You know, Millville's an avenue in Hamilton. My buddy Steve Smith, some of you might know him.
Yeah, this is the
He's
Aldi
from
one.
there. I said before we opened this that this was my favorite of the 9, packaging-wise. Are you... 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. 5 of the 8 that we've tried so far are the exact same thing.
Yeah. I almost...
And they're all different prices. They're all different amounts per box. What?
I guess I don't understand.
Who decides which company gets the you know... This is mind-boggling, man. Is there a science to this? I will say, and I don't know if these were made before or after the other ones, you know, as far as its brethren goes, but this one's the
It looks a little
palest. It's kind of white, you know. It's not as dark and kind of.
It has dimples.
Yeah, it's not as stained looking. It definitely looks a little different, a little aged. Actually, maybe this one's fresher. The bottom's kind of soft.
Don't know.
Yeah, actually, it broke apart a little bit easier. I think these might be the best, the most recent off the assembly line.
That could be. Of that style, I actually prefer it over them.
Tim, we've done 8, 5 of which have been exactly the same. We have 1 left.
One more.
What's going to happen?
If I had to look
Knock
at my
on
crystal
wood.
ball, I think it's going to be the same as the rest. But let's find out, shall we? Up next, Toaster Treats Fudge Frosted. It was $1.41 for the box, 14.6 ounces, making 10 cents per ounce. This was purchased by Cincinnati's own Kroger and is distributed by Kroger Corporation. Alright, let's open it up here.
No!
It's the same packaging.
Oh.
It's
So what we're telling you, as Tim opens that, these 6 are identical. The packaging has the same generic clip art of fudge. They are all identical. These two are identical, but they are different from these 6. The only one that's completely unique, and therefore our winner, I'm sure hands down, is the original.
The Kellogg brand, yeah.
But, you know, to be fair, we've tasted 5 versions of the same exact thing already. Why not make it 6? I've almost ate an entire Pop-Tart of this kind.
Yeah. Yep, it tastes like that variety of Pop-Tart.
A slam dunk.
So, yeah.
We'll be right back. We're gonna allow this to sink in for a minute. We'll be back with our closing thoughts. Oh. I feel like I should have been I'm a drunk at a bar. Somebody should have stopped at some point and said, "Sir, you've reached your limit with toaster pastries."
Yeah.
There should be a... Now, Tim, this was your brainchild. You brought these to the table. Unexpectedly, we found a trend, and it's not a pleasant one.
Well, the funny thing is that the variance in price. Okay, these two over here, which are the same one, the IGA brand is 12 cents per ounce. The Cub Food brand is 11 cents per ounce. I don't know why there's a slight difference there. The others are all over the place. We got, the most expensive is Marsh at 14 cents per ounce. That's the Food Club Toaster Pastry Fudge there. That's 14 cents per ounce. Walmart, Save-A-Lot, and Aldi are all 9 cents per ounce. Kroger is 10 cents per ounce. I don't know why the difference in price if they're the exact same brand. I mean, maybe certain stores just have more buying power. They can negotiate a lower price or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's something that, you know, even, you know, like you mentioned before, working in retail and stuff, like, something we've never encountered before. And, I mean, somebody in the world had to do this, and I guess, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, it had to be us.
So to get the exact same product, you might as well go to Walmart, Save-A-Lot, or Aldi. It's the same thing.
And then if you really want to, you know, go full-on consumer, pay the extra money, you can get, you know, the name in toaster pastries Pop-Tart.
And I don't think there's any denying that it had the best flavor of all of them. Granted, maybe we just didn't get sick of it the way we did the others.
Yeah, the other ones, man, by the last one, I was nibbling at it, and even that was tough to choke down. Yeah. As I said to Tim, I'm retired from Pop-Tarting, I think, for, you know, a year or so. I've had my share tonight.
Yeah, normally that's an every morning sort of thing, but I think I've had enough. I wonder if those ducks that ate those chips want any of these. Are they still out?